Yes. Hopefully. All right, welcome back to another Ascension Water Drains Deep Live. I'm going to get right into it. And if you guys come on, you can catch up. I'm having some technical things going on over here. Let me make sure my sound.
Woman still wants to have sex after.
Okay, it's going to pause it while I play that. Damn.
Orgasm, not orgasm. She didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm.
Okay, so it pauses each time. It's the first time I'm trying this, so we're going to see how this goes. But I'm going to get right into it because some technical things aren't going the way that I wanted it to. So I'm going to get through a couple parts, and then we were talking about sexual transmutation today. And I have some notes. I have some things for you guys. It's a serious one today. So I'm going to try to get this while it plays. I have 2 audio clips that I want to play for you guys. I'm going to just get right into it. Anybody that comes on in the middle, I'm going to play this and then we'll talk about this. We're going to talk about
Woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm. She didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge.
Everything else is trash. Did you guys hear that? We're talking about cosmic orgasm. That was, if you guys could hear that, that was the true orgasm is more than what you've been told by Shalom Melchizedek. And I'm going to keep going with that. I might rewind that back and play it. I had to play that from YouTube. Usually I have it on here and I can play it live while listening to it. And, but I'm having some technical difficulties. So we're talking about sexual transmutation today. We're having class, a live class. And we're talking about the advantages for women when it comes to semen retention. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. I want you guys to hear this clip again. Hopefully it plays through.
Woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm. She didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up.
Everything else is trash under the bridge. Sorry, this may keep pausing. Again, we were trying something new with our session today. I just was inspired to do this. So I'm gonna play this clip a couple more times because I want to see if people can get on and hear it. Excuse me. And then maybe I should have test ran it first, and then we'll talk about it. And then I have another audio clip for you guys. Again, this is the true orgasm is more than what you've been told by Shalom Melchizedek. And I will try to tag him in this video after it's over. Let's hear it one more time.
Woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm. She didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. Is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here.
Okay, so it's a couple of them. It's a couple of them. This is for the women. We're going to talk more about it. I'm going to talk more about the advantages of it. I have another audio clip and maybe in another live if we can get through this. But I just want to play these a couple times, get this in your brain. While I still have this clip up because it's playing from my YouTube in the background. And if it doesn't play for a while, it'll just go away. So I want to play it a couple times, see if it can be heard pretty good for anyone that catches this. And then we'll move on. So I might play it a couple more times. The true orgasm is more than what you've been told by Shalom Melchizedek. Okay, it's here a couple more times. One more time.
A woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm. She didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge.
Trash under the bridge. This may be a little choppy. Again, and you'll see later in the live how I can just pause and play through without having to do it this way. For some reason, this clip and another clip would not play the audio from my music player on my phone. So I have to kind of do it this way and play it a couple times and hurry up and rush and play it before I really get a chance to talk because, like I said, it's playing in my background on YouTube. If I don't play it after a while, it's not going to play anymore. So I want to hear it a couple more times. I'm trying to get some people to come on so that I can see if that is being played instead of trying to stop and have this be a test run. But let's listen.
Woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm. She didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have a cosmic orgasm. The cosmic orgasm is called the mother of orgasms for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. If a woman still wants to have sex after she so-called orgasm, not orgasm, she didn't orgasm. She didn't have.
We just warming up. We just warming up. All right. Now, we're not just talking about any orgasm. Okay. And we're going to get more into it. Maybe this live or another live. And this subject is not for everybody. I understand. All right. But we're not just talking about regular orgasms. We're talking about how do you get to that cosmic orgasm? Okay? How do you get to that cosmic orgasm? All right? We're talking about the advantage of semen retention, the advantage of sexual transmutation. Let's play it a couple more times. A couple people hopped on.
The cosmic orgasm is called the mother orgasm for a reason. It is the source-based orgasm. I'm being honest here. This is you and God. This is God coming through your body. This is your understanding of God. And then when you have it, you cry hard because it almost hurts because it has been so long. It takes about 2 to 3 times before it's like, I can live here. Everything else is trash under the bridge. It's warming you up to it. Still wants to have sex after she's so-called orgasm, not orgasm.
Ladies, if you have not cried after an orgasm, you haven't had a cosmic one. You haven't had a cosmic one. Okay? Now, what are some advantages to helping your man with semen retention? Because when I talk about semen retention, I got the question, what is a female version of semen retention? Semen retention is more focused on guys, on the male. And there's a reason why. There is really no semen retention for women. You guys can have all the orgasms you want. That's the cool part about it. Okay? There really is no equivalent because we are built different. Okay? What you want to do, ladies, is help your man with semen retention. Help support him through semen retention, not busting off. Why? Because that can help you get to that cosmic orgasm. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It's late. It's a Saturday night. This is what I do on my Saturday nights. I eat ice cream and talk about sexual transmutation. It's not what you've been told. This is Buddhist. This is Buddhism shit. This is spiritual shit. Sexual energy is the most powerful energy on earth. So I don't know why everybody's so scared to talk about sex. Sexual transmutation and sexual energy. I'm not talking Cardi B pop that ass shit. Nah, I'm talking about the real shit. I'm talking about the shit that they're using that energy to transmute and transform this world into something that it's not supposed to be. I'm talking they're using that energy to manipulate people, you know, for exploitation, sexual exploitation. That's not what I'm talking here. I'm talking spiritual shit. I'm talking cosmic shit. All right? Let's see if that stood. Hold up. Nah, it's gone. Okay. We heard that enough times. So I just want you guys to understand, I'm talking cosmic shit. All right? Women, there is no duplicating semen retention when it comes to women. You guys can, the great thing, you guys can have all the orgasms you want. But the key is to get to that cosmic orgasm. And how do you do that? You help your man with retaining his semen. Okay? And it's very, very important that he retains his semen and not bust off. And not bust off. And not bust off. It's an advantage for you. Let's listen to my man Napoleon Hill. He's going to be talking about the mystery of sexual transmutation. This is a long one. It's about 20 minutes or so. So I'll be able to chime in, pause, and stop because this is playing from my music player. This is how I was trying to get the last one to play, but I just had to roll with it was. We're doing this live. All right, the mystery of sex transmutation by Napoleon Hill. Let's get some of this, and then I'll
Chapter 11. The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. The 10th Step Towards Riches. The meaning of the word transmute is, in simple language, the changing or transferring of one element or form of energy into another. The emotion of sex brings into being a state of mind. Because of ignorance on the subject, this state of mind is generally associated with the physical, and because of improper influences to which most people have been subjected in acquiring knowledge of sex, things essentially physical have highly biased the mind. The emotion of sex has back of it the possibility of 3 constructive potentialities. They are, 1, the perpetuate.
Elvin Sue, what up? How's my sound? Can you guys, can you give me a thumbs up and let me know how the sound is? Again, welcome back to another Ascension of Water Drains Deep. I'm on Northeast Star, sitting 10 toes down, raising the vibration of the planet. Because best believe I'm a star seed. Today we're talking about sexual transmutation. What you know about the dog head? I don't know. It might be out in the car. No. I'll get it in a minute. I'll bring you some in a minute in a cup. Hopefully the sound is good. I have just playing some audio in the background. We're talking about sexual transmutation. What we're listening to now, we just got started. If you guys can give me a thumbs up or let me know how the sound is. What we're listening to right now is Napoleon Hill, The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. And why sexual transmutation is a Buddhist practice, is a very spiritual Buddhist practice. And again, I'm not talking about sexual exploitation, what they show on your TV these days. This is the energy that they're using to get money from you. But the original, just like the Nazi sign, the original form of the Nazi sign was peace and love. And the Eastern society knows that. Hinduism knows that. But what happens is everything is put reversed into fear now these days. Even sexual transmutation to exploit your mind and your power. Okay? So this is class today. This is what we talk about in class. All right? And this is how we doing it. What you know about the dog head. All right? So, again, this subject may not be interesting or for everyone. Everyone may just think that, oh, this guy, all he worries about is sex. Nah, I'm focused on energy. I'm an energy practitioner. So learn a little something about transmutation and energy.
Of mankind. 2. The maintenance of health. As a therapeutic agency, it has no equal. 3. The transformation of mediocrity into genius through transmutation. Sex transmutation is simple and easily explained. It means the switching of the mind from thoughts of physical expression to thoughts of some other nature. Sex desire is the most powerful of human desires. When driven by this desire, men develop keenness of imagination, courage, willpower, persistence, and creative ability unknown to them at other times. So strong and impelling is the desire for sexual contact that men freely run the risk of life and reputation to indulge it. When harnessed and redirected along other lines, this motivating force maintains all of its attributes of keenness of imagination, courage, etc., which may be used as powerful creative forces in literature, art, or any other profession or calling, including, of course, the accumulation of riches. The transmutation of sexual energy calls for the exercise of willpower, to be sure, but the reward is worth the effort. The desire for sexual expression is inborn and natural. The desire cannot and should not be submerged or eliminated, but it should be given an outlet through forms of expression which enrich the body, mind, and spirit of man. If not given this form of outlet, through transmutation, it will seek outlets through purely physical channels. A river may be dammed and its water controlled for a time, but eventually it will force an outlet. The same is true of the emotion of sex. It may be submerged.
Are you listening? Are you listening? Freedom from the Matrix. What up? Perfect timing. Yes. The boom tilly. Could you hear the audio in the background as it was playing? So are you guys listening? We're talking about transmutation. What is transmutation? It's just transfer of energy. Changing one energy into using it into a different form. Changing positive energy and use it into changing negative energy and use it into something positive. Okay, taking your darkness and transforming it or transmuting it into light. Okay, taking one form of energy and transmuting it into another form. So when we're talking about sexual transmutation, we're not talking about sex per se, the way it is talked about in modern days. Okay, it's talking about using your sexual desires and your sexual energy to manifest, to create riches, which is what Napoleon Hill is talking about. Instead of using it for something physical all the time, you use it for something spiritual. You go within and you manifest. You enlighten someone. You teach. How do I transmute my sexual energy? Okay? And understand that when you release your semen, you are releasing energy. You're releasing a life force. So when you don't release your semen, whether you're having sex, whether you're masturbating, whether you're abstinent, or whether you're celibate, you are retaining that life force within you and you're recycling it. So how do I use mine? I just keep recycling my energy. I can go and go and go like a fucking Energizer bunny. Not necessarily sexually, but energy-wise. I have more energy than a 20-year-old kid. I go out there and I look at guys my age and they look 10, 20 years older than me. And I'm not bragging or anything. Hello, Dopey. People are hopping off and on. I guess they're not really interested in sexual transmutation. I'm just talking about it. I'm playing some audio in the background. It's not really a exciting live. So people are just hopping off and on and I'm used to it. Talking about sexual transmutation. I played a clip earlier. Thank you. I played a clip earlier and I love your videos. I love, what you talk about, Tantra sex, and it inspires me. But I talked earlier in the video and I can't play the clip anymore because I was playing it in the background off my YouTube. But I'll get more into it if and when I get time later, either a later live today, this evening, or tomorrow, about the advantages of semen retention when it comes to women. Okay? And I'll get more into it. But I'm talking about a cosmic orgasm. And again, I'm going kind of off of a question. I got a question earlier, and then I'll finish with my thought, and I'll finish with the audio that's playing in the background. I have audio playing in the background now you guys are lucky. I never have notes. I usually just free flow. I don't really have notes. I just have titles of what's playing in the background. But what will be playing in the background after I finish what I'm saying, it will be, earlier I played a audio from brother named Shalom Melchizedek. The true orgasm is more than what we've been told. And I'm talking about the cosmic orgasm when it comes to women. When I talk about semen retention, I'm talking more men. Men, because I got the question last week sometime about what's the equivalent for semen retention when it comes to women or comes to females. There really isn't no equivalent. Semen retention is for the men. Women get to have cosmic orgasms. You get to have as many as you want. But a lot of women are not having cosmic orgasms. Okay? The man is not supposed to be having orgasm. The only time that a man is supposed to release the semen is when he's trying to have a kid. That's it. That's really it. So lucky you guys. So encourage a man to practice semen retention. And the person that asked me this, I get they have been encouraging. I'm not going to put anybody's name out on Front Street, but some people are coming to me and have questions, about all kinds of stuff that I talk about, and some of you guys have. I'm sure you guys get questions too, and I have questions for some people. But like I said, the recent question that I've had was, what's the equivalent for? And I didn't really have an answer, so I started talking about celibacy, and they were like, "Well, why do I have to be celibate, but you can be having sex but retain it?" So I did a little research, and actually, I don't really have to do much research these days. When I have a question, the universe starts sending me the answer. So after that question, I started getting all these answers to that question. When they asked me at the time, I didn't really have the answer. I know that other females have talked to me about celibacy and abstinence and semen retention. So I just went off of what I knew at the time. But I started getting a lot more information, a lot more things started coming to me. So for women, yeah, you guys have the orgasms. You guys have the cosmic orgasms. And if you have never cried after an orgasm or during an orgasm, you never had a cosmic orgasm. Okay. So the brother Shalom Melchizedek was talking a little bit about that. If anyone wants to catch that, go to the beginning of this video. I played that clip so many times. I can't play it anymore due to technical difficulties, so I had to move on. But I'm about to play an audio, finish this audio from Napoleon Hill, and it talks about the mystery of sex transmutation. Now, let me just give you guys just a little snippet of something that I will play later. Every time that a man releases his semen, it's like turning off an engine. And I actually had a clip about this. And each time he has to restart, and he has to restart, and he has to restart. So that affects the flow of the woman with her orgasm. That's why sometimes women, you do have orgasms with your man, and sometimes you don't. It's because his engine has to keep restarting. But if he does not release the semen, you guys picked up right where you left off in your last encounter or your last coming together. And each time he retains it, you guys keep going and going and going and going up. And you should be able to have an orgasm every time. But a lot of times men are releasing and they have to start over and all this other stuff. And it just messes up the rhythm, the flow. Again, I'm not talking about sex as is exploited in our media today. No, I'm talking about the energy that they use to exploit you. I'm talking about the real shit. I'm talking about a Buddhist practice. I'm talking about spirituality. I'm talking about astrological fucking cosmic sex. Okay? So for the woman, cosmic orgasm is where it's at for you. How do you get to your cosmic orgasm? You help your man with retaining his semen. And this is what we're talking about when it comes to sexual transmutation. I haven't had sex in 2.5 years, waiting for a divine connection. Yeah, it's been 3 years for me. It's been 3 years for me. And I thought I had a divine connection recently, but the universe will send us our connections when it's time. So, yeah, keep doing what you do, because it's about more than the physical. I'm not talking about a physical thing here, people. I'm talking about, a soul ride. Yeah, it's been 3. I got you beat by, so yeah, it's been about 3 years. It's been about 3 years for me. So I got you beat by a half a year. It's no competition. I'm just messing around though. But yeah, that's what I'm learning, and that's what I had to learn. That, it's a connection. It's an energy connection. So I'm going to continue with this clip, this audio clip that's playing, and I'm going to chime in and out as this live goes. And we're just flowing. We're just flowing. What do you know about the dog head?
And controlled for a time, but its very nature causes it to be ever-seeking means of expression. If it is not transmuted into some creative effort, it will find a less worthy outlet. Fortunate in...
So let me just catch up. Can you give me a thumbs if my sound is okay? Can you give me a sign that my sound is okay? So right now, this teacher, Napoleon Hill, is talking about how to use your sexual energy and in a more positive outlet instead of masturbation, and I'm not your judge. Whatever you guys do, you do. I do what I do. Or a lot of times people have a lot of pent up stress because they understand, first of all, sexual energy is the most powerful energy in this world. I don't care what anyone says. It's the most powerful energy in this world. So I'm just talking about energy here, guys. I'm just talking about energy. Okay? Sometimes people have a lot of pent up sexual anger and they use it in a more negative manner. Whatever that is. Well, I've been manifesting while, yes, exactly. Yes. And it's about manifestation. That's what I was talking about. So sexual energy, you either manifest something bad, you manifest an argument, you manifest an abusive relationship, you manifest whatever it is. A lot of husbands, once their wives or their girlfriends, whichever one they choose, stops putting out, they have a lot of pent up frustration and they become abusive, mentally and physically. Okay? Because of their sexual frustration. What we're talking about is transmuting, changing that energy and using it to something positive. Be more creative. Go work out. Go write a book. Manifest something that can help someone with that sexual energy. Transmute that energy into something positive. And that's what Napoleon Hill is talking about. Matrix Breaker, what's up? Again, can someone just give me a thumbs up and make sure my audio sound, not me, the audio sound in the background. If anyone hops on here, can you just let me know? I'm sure it sounds fine.
Indeed is the person who has discovered how to give sex emotion an outlet through some form of creative effort, for he has, by that discovery, lifted himself to the status of a genius. Scientific research has disclosed these significant facts. 1. The men of greatest achievement are men with highly developed sex natures, men who have learned the art of sex transmutation. 2. The men who have accumulated great fortunes and achieved outstanding recognition in literature, art, industry, architecture, and the professions were motivated by the influence of a woman. The research from which these astounding discoveries were made went back through the pages of biography and history for more than 2,000 years. Wherever there was evidence available in connection with the lives of men and of great achievement, it indicated most convincingly that they possessed highly developed sex natures. The emotion of sex is an irresistible force against which there can be no such opposition as an immovable body. When driven by this emotion, men become gifted with a superpower for action. Understand this truth, and you will catch the significance of the statement that sex transmutation will lift one to the status of a genius. The emotion of sex contains the secret of creative ability. Destroy the sex glands.
Woo! Okay. Let's talk about that. He said a mouthful right there. Understand there's nothing wrong with having a high sex drive. It's very healthy, actually. Okay? It's just how are you transmuting that energy? I remember speaking to another guy that's been having questions about semen retention. I like sexual transmutation. I like that term better. That's super brain power. That's what I'm about to get into, Dopey. Thank you. Thank you. I remember when, going through my practice, and I've been practicing sexual transmutation pretty much since, it's been 3 years since I've had sex. So it's been about 2.5 years since I really started practicing it. All right. And I noticed as time went on and I got stronger and stronger, less slip ups, less using the energy in a negative fashion and using it more in a positive fashion, I started to retain information. And that's what he's talking about. And it's like I became a genius, kind of. I started retaining all this information, and it's like I used to always forget stuff. Maybe I just wasn't interested. I don't know. But it helped me with my focus, and it helped me retain information. Again, to give you guys a reference, watch the movie Limitless. I don't remember that guy's name, the actor's name, but they're talking about semen retention. When they're talking about he's taking that pill, he's talking about semen retention. Semen retention is the pill. Okay? It gives you super brain power. It really does. And I've talked in videos and lives about how that works and how that semen moves up and down your kundalini, and how, you know, guys, your semen comes from your brain. It comes from your brain. It doesn't come from your root chakra. It doesn't come from your ball sack. It doesn't come from your testicles. It shoots out from there, but that's where it's transformed its way down from your crown chakra, from your brain. That's where all that energy has transformed to. But that's not where it originates from. That's not where it comes from. Element Sessions 1. What up, brother? We're talking about sexual transmutation. Okay? We're talking about some grown man shit. This may not be for everyone. Okay? So just understand that. And that's what Napoleon Hill is talking about. He's talking about using your sexual energy, which is the most powerful energy, to create, to retain information, to be a genius. You become like a genius. Come on now. Come on, brother. All right. So that's what he's talking about. I'm going to keep playing this. I just wanted to interrupt. And I noticed it with me. Again, I don't talk about anything that I'm not experiencing or have not experienced myself. And the guy that I was talking to about this, that's kind of getting started, he's telling me like, yeah, I'm feeling different. I'm feeling more energy. I'm feeling like I'm kind of smarter. Big Heart Forever. What up? Big Heart 999. What up? We just talking about sexual transmutation. So I'm going to continue to play this audio in the background, and I'm going to continue to chime in and understand that semen retention is it's brain power, man. It's brain power. And this is what some of the rich people don't want you to know, how retaining your semen is a superpower.
Whether in man or beast, and you have removed the major source of action. For proof of this, observe what happens to any animal after it has been castrated. A bull becomes as docile as a cow after it has been altered sexually. Sex alteration takes out of the male, whether man or beast, all the fight that was in him. Sex alteration of the female has the same effect. The 10 mind stimuli. The human mind responds to stimuli through which it may be keyed up to high rates of vibration, known as enthusiasm.
Again, I hope you guys can hear this. This is Napoleon Hill, The Mystery of Sex Transmutation. If I do masturbate, I focus on creating, unlocking my powers. Yeah. That's why, perfect, Dopey, exactly. If you are masturbating, you should be trying to manifest. You should not be watching porn. Porn takes away all the imagination, takes away all the brain power. And that's what I was talking to this guy about as well. Porn is a complete mind control matrix, lower dimensional. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, family. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, I know you're not watching no porn, Dopey. We're talking about manifestation here. I'm not talking about the exploitation of sex. I'm talking about using your sexual energy to become a god and a goddess. Basically, that's straight up what I'm talking about. Because understand, sexual energy is the most powerful energy in this realm. And you become a genius.
creative imagination, intense desire, etc. The stimuli to which the mind responds most freely.
My bad, big heart. I said that right before you came on about porn and being stuck in your root chakra. Yes, exactly, big heart.
Are 1. The desire for sex expression. 2. Love. 3. A burning desire for fame, power, or financial gain, money. 4. Music. 5. Friendship between either of those of the same sex or those of the opposite sex. 6. A mastermind alliance based upon the harmony of two or more people who ally themselves for spiritual or temporal advancement. 7. Mutual suffering, such as that experienced by people who are persecuted. 8. Autosuggestion. 9. Fear. 10. Narcotics and alcohol. The desire for sex expression comes at the head of the list of stimuli which most effectively step up the vibrations of the mind and start the wheels of physical action. 8 of these stimuli are natural and constructive. 2 are destructive. The list is here presented for the purpose of enabling you to make a comparative study of the major sources of mind stimulation. From this study, it will be readily seen that the emotion of sex is by great odds the most intense and powerful of all mind stimuli. This comparison is necessary as a foundation for proof of the statement that transmutation of sex energy may lift one to the status of a genius. Let us find out what constitutes a genius. Some wiseacre has said that a genius is a man who wears long hair, eats queer food, lives alone, and serves as a target for the joke makers. A better definition of a genius is a man who has discovered how to increase the vibrations of thought to the point where he can freely communicate with sources of knowledge not available through the ordinary rate of vibration of thought. The person who thinks will want to ask some questions concerning this definition of genius. The first question will be, how may one communicate with sources of knowledge which are not available through the ordinary rate of vibration of thought? The next question will be, are there known sources of knowledge which are available only to genii? And if so, what are these sources, and exactly how may they be reached? We shall offer proof of the soundness of some of the more important statements made in this book, or at least we shall offer evidence through which you may secure your own proof through experimentation, and in doing so we shall answer both of these questions. Genius is developed through the sixth sense. The reality of the sixth sense has been fairly well established. This sixth sense is creative imagination. The faculty of creative imagination is one which the majority of people never use during an entire lifetime, and if used at all, it usually happens by mere accident. A relatively small number of people use, with deliberation and purpose of forethought, the faculty of creative imagination. Those who use this faculty voluntarily and with understanding of its function are genii. The faculty of creative imagination is the direct link between the finite mind of man and infinite intelligence. All so-called revelations referred to in the realm of religion.
Porn takes away your creative imagination. Let's continue.
And all discoveries of basic or new principles in the field of invention take place through the faculty of creative imagination. When ideas or concepts flash into one's mind through what is popularly called a hunch, they come from one or more of the following sources. 1. Infinite intelligence. 2. One's subconscious mind, wherein is stored every sense impression and thought impulse which ever reached the brain through any of the 5 senses. 3. From the mind of some other person who has just released the thought or picture of the idea or concept through conscious thought, or 4. From the other person's subconscious storehouse. There are no other known sources.
Family, did you hear what he just said? Sometimes you receive your thoughts from other people. We're connected in one huge web. A lot of your thoughts are not your own. Some people, they don't even have to say, we're telekinetic, guys. We're telepaths. We're telepathic. We can speak to each other without even using words, guys. That's how powerful this shit is. Okay? We're talking about transmutation. It's not just sex transmutation. We're talking about transmutation, transferring energy. Your thoughts alone is an energy source. Your mind is a complete energy source, guys. Wow. We're going to continue. Sometimes I like to go back, but I don't want to mess up anything.
From which inspired ideas or hunches may be received. The creative imagination functions best when the mind is vibrating due to some form of mind stimulation at an exceedingly high rate. That is, when the mind is functioning at a rate of vibration higher than that of ordinary normal thought. When brain action has been stimulated through one or more of the 10 mind stimulants, it has the effect of lifting the individual far above the horizon of ordinary thought and permits him to envision distance, scope, and quality.
Again, we're talking about transmutation. We're talking about sexual transmutation. We're talking about raising your vibration. I'm just here to raise the vibration of the planet. And how do you do that? That's what we're talking about. Sex transmutation. Okay? All right? Cosmic orgasms for female. Semen retention for men. That's what it is. There is no, men do not have cosmic orgasms. That's the woman. Women do not practice semen retention. That's the man or the male or whatever term that you want to put on it. All right. You get your cosmic orgasms or you raise your vibration through sex transmutation by your man practicing semen retention. The more that your man does not release, the more orgasms you have, ladies.
Quality of thoughts not available on the lower plane, such as that occupied while one is engaged in the solution of the problems of business and professional routine. When lifted to this higher level of thought, through any form of mind stimulation, an individual occupies, relatively, the same position as one who has ascended in an airplane to a height from which he may see over and beyond the horizon line, which limits his vision while on the ground. Moreover, while on this higher level of thought, the individual is not hampered or bound by any of the stimuli which circumscribe and limit his vision while...
So it's by thought. It's by raising your vibration. It's by thought alone. It's not always a physical thing. It starts in your mind. It starts by thought alone. Okay? Now you retain and build up that energy. By thought alone. By thought alone. So that when you do finally come to this physical realm, you guys are astral projecting. When you come together. Okay? It's by thoughts. It's by using that energy to raise your vibration. Men, retaining that energy to raise your vibration and to help her raise her vibration by having fucking trillion cosmic orgasms. That's how she raises her vibration, by having an orgasm. A true one, not just some fake shit. Okay, that's how she raises her sexual energy, by actually having an orgasm. How do men raise their sexual energy? By not having an orgasm. It's weird, right? But we're opposites. That's how we work. She's the negative, you're the positive. All right? The orgasms are so much longer when you do it. Intent to create, right? Mind blowing. It's all about creation, guys. That's what he's talking about. Thank you, Dopey. We're talking about creation here. We're not talking about sex in this realm, diluted version. We're talking about creation here. Yes. Oh, I forgot your water. All right, I'm going to let this play, and I got to take care of my creation real quick. Hold on. I'll let this play.
At the end of the day.
Now.
While wrestling with the problems of gaining the 3 basic necessities of food, clothing, and shelter. He is in a world of thought in which the ordinary workaday thoughts have been as effectively removed as are the hills and valleys and other limitations of physical vision when he rises in an airplane. While on this exalted plane of thought, the creative faculty of the mind is given freedom for action. The way has been cleared for the sixth sense to function. It becomes receptive to ideas which could not reach the individual under any other circumstances. The sixth sense is the faculty which marks the difference between a genius and an ordinary individual. The creative faculty becomes more alert and receptive to vibrations originating outside the individual's subconscious mind. The more this faculty is used, and the more the individual relies upon it and makes demands upon it for thought impulses. This faculty can be cultivated and developed only through use. That which is known as one's conscious operates entirely through the faculty of the sixth sense. The great artists, writers, musicians, and poets become great because they acquire the habit of relying upon the still small voice, which speaks from within through the faculty of creative imagination. It is a fact well known to people who have keen imaginations that their best ideas come through so-called hunches. There is a great orator who does not attain to greatness until he closes his eyes and begins to rely entirely upon the faculty of creative imagination. When asked why he closed his eyes just before the climaxes of his oratory, he replied, "I do it because then I speak through ideas which come to me from within." One of America's most successful and best-known financiers followed the habit of closing his eyes for 2 or 3 minutes before making a decision. When asked why he did this, he replied, "With my eyes closed, I am able to draw upon a source of superior intelligence." The late Dr. Elmer R. Gates of Chevy Chase, Maryland, created more than 200 useful patents, many of them basic, through the process of cultivating and using the creative faculty. His method is both significant and interesting to one interested in attaining to the status of genius, in which category Dr. Gates unquestionably belonged. Dr. Gates was one of the really great, though less publicized, scientists of the world. In his laboratory, he had what he called his personal communication room. It was practically soundproof and so arranged that all light could be shut out. It was equipped with a small table on which he kept a pad of writing paper. In front of the table on the wall was an electric push button which controlled the lights. When Dr. Gates desired to draw upon the forces available to him through his creative imagination, he would go into this room, seat himself at the table, shut off the lights, and concentrate upon the known factors of the invention on which he was working, remaining in that position until ideas began to flash into his mind in connection with the unknown factors of the invention. On one occasion, ideas came through so fast that he was forced to write for almost 3 hours. When the thoughts stopped flowing and he examined his notes, he found that they contained a minute description of principles which had not a parallel among the known data of the scientific world. Moreover, the answer to his
I noticed that, yeah, that happens. I get a lot of ideas and they come in fast, and sometimes they just keep coming, and it's like I can't stop until I've emptied my cup. Frequency Bliss, what up? But understand that you are tapping into something in the higher realm, in the cosmic realm, okay? Or in the astral realm. Again, it's all within you. A lot of people are stuck in their root chakra. So when we're talking about astral realm, cosmic, higher dimensions, lower dimensions, understand it's all within you. We're just talking about your chakras. Really. Anything that you see outside of you, or anything that they talk about space, and they talk about all this other stuff that you can't see, but it's out there somewhere outside of you. No, they're talking about what's going on inside of you. You are the true astronaut. The space is inside of you. Okay? The astral realm is inside of you. Everything's inside of you. Everything. What we see outside of us is a projection or a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So understand that first. Understand that first, okay? So any information that you are pulling in, that you're taking, and I got 26 seconds left. I'm going to come back and finish off the rest of this, and I don't care. I'll be up all freaking night if it takes me. I got a couple of things that